Greetings, humanity. I am Jim, and we are trying a new thing today. And when I say we're trying a new thing today, I mean that we're actually trying a thing that's about 10 years old, 11 years old. But it is a thing I have not tried yet, so it is new to me. So, as folks who were paying attention no doubt noticed, I did not continue with Quest for Infamy. I am probably going to finish it at some point off stream, but the more I looked, I looked at it a little bit further, and I'm like, you know, I think they wanted to do well. I think, and I think by some folks probably, you know, to some folks it was probably great. It just kind of hit me the wrong way. So. Yeah, I just, I'm not vibing with it quite in the way that I had hoped. So instead, I'm going to be doing a different game. Now, we're going to try a game that came out at about the same time, called Heroine's Quest. This game is not about drugs. I'll just give that disclaimer first. This is, a game similarly inspired by the Quest for Glory series, the first one originally called Hero's Quest. It's the same kind of thing, from what I understand. And I think that it's not quite as it's a game I might vibe with a little bit better, as it were. It doesn't use the same kind of sort of deep stabs at 90s humor that the other game was taking, from what I understand. But it is also this was also a free game. It is still a free game. You can go and get this game for free if you so desire. So apparently this was just a few folks working over a very long period of time to put this together, but they also have their own sort of game studio now where they're selling games. And I know very little about this aside from I did read the manual, so it is there's some interesting things about it, but I'll get into that. I'll get into that momentarily. Here we are. So I know as far as the actual game itself goes, I have not gone beyond the screen, so we are going to experience it together and see what happens. So here we go. I actually should probably be on the left side. There we go. That'll probably be easier. Let me go ahead and have things ready just in case. I don't know if this game might be one of those where the audio goes out when I click off of it. I don't know yet. We'll find out. But it started up in the correct aspect ratio in its own little window, so we'll sort of see how things go there. It sates itself on the lifeblood of fated men, paints red the power's homes with crimson gore, black becomes the sun. I can't read fast enough. So apparently there was a quote there that was probably very effective for anyone with a pause button. Crystal Shard is the name, the name of the studio, I believe. Heroine's Quest. So, the Herald of Ragnarok. Okay. So this is, again, this version I think must have come out in 21, so they were improving it. So this is going to be very reminiscent of the Quest for Glory games, possibly the first one in particular. Something that you say the title is the Herald of Ragnarok. There's a thing where that I found kind of interesting. Let me find out first of all if I click off of it. Yep, nope, sound goes away. All right. The thing that was interesting to me was that there was a kind of a thing hinted at in the original Heroes Quest game and Quest for Glory 1, where you meet a frost giant. There's this one scene where you go. It's supposed to be spring, right? But a number of things are still reminiscent of winter. So it's like supposed to be like the very beginning of spring, winter into spring. One of the ideas that they talked about with the original Quest for Glory games is that they were going to do one for each season. So there originally were going to be 4 of them. And so they were going to do spring was going to be the first one, so you want to be a hero. Summer was going to be Trial by Fire, which they did that in the desert, so it was very hot. Summer in the desert is kind of a different thing, I imagine, from what we know it to be. And then autumn was going to be Shadows of Darkness. They ended up putting an additional game in between, so they did more of a, which gave us a little bit more of a greener summer, which was Wages of War, ended up being Game 3. As we were more on something that was supposed to represent sort of the climate of the African continent. All over it, really, because they have several. You go through several different zones on that one, and then Shadows of Darkness was supposed to be autumn, and they came back to that when they did that one. And then the final game, which ended up being the 5th game, ended up being Dragonfire. They didn't get to do exactly what they wanted to with that one, but they had the setting. They said in the setting material, winter is starting, but you're going to a tropical island, or really more of a Mediterranean island style thing. So a place where winter doesn't touch quite as much. And so they sort of did the seasons thing. This game is supposed to be very wintry, from what I've seen. So we're going to finally perhaps get that. And the thing, right, there was this thing as the Quest for Glory games went on, where you would meet a character from a distant land. And this happens in all of the games, and then it's like the next game or the game after might take place in that land, because they were just sort of teasing the idea that you can have that they were thinking about a lot of different settings. And so I think I don't know this for sure, but I think when you meet that frost giant, and it's in the one place where you're surrounded by ice in that game. It's just sort of this sort of icy mountainous region. Talks about traveling from the Northlands. And I always thought, hey, that maybe that was supposed to be their original concept for the final game. So this I'm viewing as maybe these developers decided, okay, no, let's give that a try. Let's see if we can do something like that, because they didn't. So this is more very specifically Norse, this. So I'm very curious about it. Okay, enough of that. For anyone not familiar with Quest for Glory, much like the last adventure game that I was doing solo in here, Quest for Infamy, it is inspired by the Quest for Glory series. But much like that, it is a mix of point-and-click adventure game and RPG. I think of it more. I believe it leans a little more. Well, I'll see. The Quest for Glory series leans a little bit more into adventure game for me, at least personally, point-and-click adventure game. But it's a blend. You'll see. Ah, okay. Name your heroine. I really should have thought about this. I like the little blue dragons. Are these dragons? I hope they're dragons. I can't tell. This I forgot. This I forgot about completely. The whole idea that you have to come up with a name, which I'm great at. I'm not great at it. So I'm gonna grab something that's let me look at the Icelandic names for a moment just to see. Oh, good lord. I'm very I'm very particular sometimes. All right. Yeah, let's try that one. Okay. Sofia. We're gonna go with Sofia. And just which is not quite. It's close. Anyway, we're going with that. Would you like the tutorial recommended for first time? Yeah, okay. Use your character. Heroine's Quest offers 3 different classes with varying gameplay styles. The class you select affects the solution to many of the puzzles, as well as which side quests are available to you throughout the plot. So this, of course, is the very much more like the traditional Quest for Glory game, where you have to choose at the beginning what you're going with. Oh, I love these animations. Which I realize this is meant to look, again, like this. This will look retro to a lot of folks. That's the point. But I do like the I do like these. So we're gonna go with. I think I'm just gonna go with Warrior for this run through. And also because the sad thing is, because this is an adventure game, I am probably we're only going to see one of these run throughs. Unless something miraculous happens. But I usually start with the warrior type, the fighter type, so that I can just figure out how the game works. And so we're gonna go with that. And you know, I might play these other 2 again off stream. I don't know. But I don't know how interesting it would be to show other people the same game over, you see, on the streams. We'll see. We'll figure it out. The warrior relies on her toughness and weapon prowess and seeks a straightforward solution to obstacles. This is recommended for first-time players. Do you accept this class? I will say yes, however, I do want to see the descriptions of the others. Sorceress. The sorceress wields powerful magic and uses that and her natural intelligence to find an indirect path past obstacles. Do you accept this class? Not yet. Rogue. The rogue uses guile and charm to make her way through life. She requires trickery and out-of-the-box thinking to evade obstacles. Do you accept this class? Not yet, no. We'll go with Warrior. And we will accept. This screen allows you to customize your character's attributes and skills. You are given 50 training points, which you can use to raise these stats above their base value. Now, hover the mouse over any stat to see what it does. I remember reading in the manual something about the... You know, I'm going to go ahead and open the freaking manual just so that I have it in front of me. They give it to you as a PDF. And I'm realizing that it would probably be a good idea for me to have it ready. So that I can see what is going on here. Yeah, I don't know if do they have recommendations or anything? No, this just tells us what which attributes they use. Which actually, you know, that helps. It's going to be strength, weapon use, endurance, agility, willpower. Possibly. We'll see. Okay. All right. You add 5 points to chosen stat, hover your mouse over that stat, and press the plus button To remove 5 points, press the minus button. Okay, stats cannot be decreased below their starting level. Adding a new skill to your character, bringing it from 0 to 5, costs 25 training points. Interesting. Okay. So if you want to go outside the box, you gotta do that. Which, you know, arguably would be the way to go if you want to do a a run where you do hit all of the side plots. Just do the multi-class thing. Agility is a measure of your grace, speed, and defensive reflexes. Endurance indicates how much punishment you can take before dropping. Strength measures how hard you hit and how much you can carry. Weapon use governs your accuracy and finesse with melee weapons. Willpower is your defense against mystic attacks and enhances your magic. Acrobatics, we don't have that. It costs 25 points to get that. Okay. See? That'd be ridiculous. Animal kin. Fascinating. Climbing. Ah, I see that they're sticking with the that decision in Quest for Glory 4 to give the hero climbing, to give fighters climbing. Finally, first 3 games the fighters cannot climb. Fast talk, great stories and excuses, bargain in stores. It's for need to get up, down, or over some barrier. Good joy at understanding and dealing with animals. Balance jumping, tightrope walking. Herbalism. Lets you forage as well as brew your own potions. There's so many possible little mini games in here. I want to see all of them. Unfortunately, there will not be time for that. Magic. Using magic is the essential skill for any sorceress. Parrying. The defensive ability to block enemy attacks with your own weapon. Stealth. How to move around unseen and unheard by other people and avoid combat. Thievery. That you pickpockets, open locks, and perform sleight of hand. Ah, some of these people have been playing tabletop games, I'll warrant. Really? What could possibly get them interested in this? Throwing. Before closing in melee, you can attack enemies with thrown daggers. Ah, interesting. So they took away throwing because the fighter in the Quest for Glory games did have throwing. So let's see. I think we're gonna do. So we definitely want to up the endurance and the strength and weapon use. I'll up agility a little bit, and I want to up parrying a decent amount. How good do we want to be with animals? How much learning do we want? Because this also, my understanding is that you learn by repeating doing things. I don't know how long we're going to be hanging out here today while I try this out, but knowledge of things might be helpful. I'm going to leave willpower at 10. I'm going to up climbing. And I think I will up one of these by one more. I think I'm gonna. I'd see bigger strength, really bigger strength or bigger weapon use, or parrying. I'll up parrying one more time. See if we can make that work out well. Okay, because it's probably not going to be easy to get parrying up. Because you're gonna have to do a lot of parrying to get parrying up, so. This looks good to me. Famous last words. Alright. Let's go for it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is how often do we want to practice climbing up and down things? How much do we want to practice talking to animals? How much do we want to practice using weapons, etc., etc.? You know. You understand. Don't you? Don't you? Okay. Like, there are things you can probably do to get these to increase. But I'm sort of thinking in terms of that, because climbing you can just do over and over. Whereas in strength, there are things you can probably do over and over. Endurance, not sure. Weapon use, you have to fight. As I begin thinking of this purely mechanically. I'm thinking of doing this just to make it a little easier to do that, and then climbing will just increase by falling a lot, basically. The traditional way. This is going to go so very well. All right. Midgard, as Odin watches from above, a lone traveler braves the cold, following her calling. A lone traveler braves the cold, following her calling. I can pronounce things. That is a bird. That is a traveler. Hang on. Those are credits. I know what things are. This is cool. Oh, hey. That looks like an Etin is watching. Just either waving or shaking a fist, hard to tell. And then Jim realized he probably should have just put everything on one side of the screen. Oh, that's not good. Ah, there he is. Oh, hey.
Master! We have returned.
Oh boy.
Very good. Have you done as I asked?
Oh dear.
The stranger will be dead by now.
We knocked her out cold.
And then we left her for the dawn.
To turn to stone in the daylight.
No, yes.
You did what? We did a fine job.
Are you not pleased, Master?
Insufferable fools! Do you realize that humans do not turn into stone in daylight?
Okay, I'm
I told you.
a little troubled.
Do not turn to stone.
This was your idea.
It was not. You said it first.
You are such a liar.
How dare you call me that?
A liar, and bad of hearing, too.
Shut up.
Vivaldi!
Yes, Master.
At your service, Master. It is imperative that we obtain the eyes. You know who your other targets are.
The big man.
And the small man. Precisely. Do not botch this, Vivaldi. I shall be most displeased if you should fail.
As you say, Master.
We shall not disappoint you. Now go! Go, quickly!
Here I am, prepared to take this seriously, and then the voice acting starts. Ah. Okay, chapter 1, Traveler.
You are awake. More or less. My head feels like it was struck by a thunderbolt. At least you are warm. My husband found you outside in the snow. This is not a good winter for traveling.
So it would appear. Thank you for taking me here. I am in your debt.
No need for that.
Then please tell me your name.
Hervor. I run the Adventurers Guild here in Fornsigtuna. I live here with my husband Voland and our son Jaime.
I'm gonna. Okay, there's a moose head. Good. That's a traditional moose head. That it appears in all adventurers guilds. Okay, I'm gonna do something because I am realizing that I need to adjust this just a bit, and hopefully, as I'm changing my strategy here, hopefully this will help so that folks can see this a little better. Yeah, let me fix that. There we go. Okay. All right. Learning. Yes, learning. Okay. Back to this. Okay, are you the guild master? What can you tell me about the city? Who is your husband? Where in the forest did you find me? Okay.
Are you the guildmaster?
No, merely the caretaker.
Afternoon.
Is there something you need of the guild?
I hope I get to ask all of these questions.
Where did the guildmaster go?
He had to leave town. I know not why.
Hmm?
I believe he traveled east.
I think I want to turn the music down just a hair, because it's relative to the people speaking. Or turn the people speaking up.
Are there other adventurers here?
None, save yourself.
None! Save yourself! No.
What is in the chest in the corner?
You can use it to store your equipment. Nobody else shall touch its contents.
No, just letting you hang out, are they?
Can you train me?
We shall see. Draw your weapon.
Oh, great. What, right now? It is I hope I get to ask the other questions. Dear God. It is recommended to use the keyboard for combat. The default keys are shown on the left. You can redefine these on the in-game control panel. Ah! Am I gonna have to go to a freaking overlay again to do this? I may have to. Let me check something. Where did I leave my, Let me see how this looks currently. Yeah. Not quite where we want everything. If I could do those things, but it's not prepared. It's not prepared. That's okay. I'm sure everything will be fine. So, once again, okay, let me try something else then. Let me try a different view. There we go. And there we go. We're going to be playing this game for some time. This mini game that involves me hopping from the left side to the right side of the screen so that I'm not obscuring everything. This is one of the problems, though, with these games that are a little lower res than the most modern stuff. It's that I have to be careful I'm not covering anything important. Which is why I had overlays for a little while for this, and I may be going back to that. We'll see. It is recommended to use the keyboard for combat. The default keys are shown on the left. You can redefine these on the in-game control panel. QWE is, I think, stab in the various directions. Okay, A is block. I guess D is parry. And then Z, X, and C involves dodging, I think. And then we have an escape key. Okay. Trevor will explain what the various keys do. For defensive moves like dodging, be sure to hold down the button or key to hold your defensive position longer. You can use the bottom button to escape combat. I can probably just click these directly if I need to. I did not expect to be fighting so soon, but here we are. Hold your defensive position longer. Okay. Enemies tend to give you an opening between their attacks. For best results, strike then. If you attack while an enemy is trying to hit you, you'll likely get hurt in the process and do less damage as the result. So button mashing is discouraged.
Move forward to strike. You have 3 attack maneuvers. Some work better against certain enemies. Move diagonally away to dodge. Learn when to dodge left and when right. Move down to duck. This is safe but tiring for you.
She was going to explain
Move
it.
right to parry with your weapon. This is fast, but not everything can be parried. Move left to block attacks with your shield. You may learn special maneuvers later.
Ooh.
Do not forget that you can run away from most enemies.
That is enough training for now.
As you wish.
You can set the combat difficulty on the control panel, which opens when you press escape. The lowest difficulty also prevents death from starvation and frostbite. And reduces encounter rate. The highest difficulty increases these. That's interesting. I don't know. We'll have to decide what we want to do as far as that goes. I'm figuring I'd just go with average difficulty with it for now. Well, there it goes. All right. Yes. Let me get back onto this tree.
Master.
No, merely the caretaker. Is there something you need of the guild?
Okay, we're gonna let me get back over here. All right. Let me come back to that.
What can you tell me about the city?
Fornsigtuna. Walk around and you shall see.
Oh, okay, thanks. You mentioned her husband.
Who is your husband?
His name is Voland. He is the city smith and father to our son, Jaime.
Okay, he is a smith.
Where in the forest did you find me?
My husband is the one who found you. You should ask him.
She seems a bit disinterested. A thing I like is that these are grayed out when they're exhausted, but if there's stuff underneath it that's still in blue.
Are you the guild master?
No, merely the caretaker. Is there something you need of the guild?
But I do like also that they that she just asks the question after you click on it, so you don't. Which good for actual plays, so you don't have to just read it out.
I would like to buy some of your wares.
The winter keeps us short on supplies. I could sell you a healing draught.
30. I don't have enough for that. Nah, never mind. Maybe I will have more later. I can't. I don't want to. Yeah, let's come back to that. I want to give her a fair price.
Are there any tasks that need doing?
Check the notice board in the guild house.
Yay. Okay. Yeah, that's very familiar. That's it.
I bid you farewell.
You must be hungry.
By the gods, I feel like I haven't eaten in days.
You likely have not. I would extend hospitality to you, but we have little food to spare. It is a harsh winter, and we have our son to feed.
I understand. I do not mean to impose on you.
You should find food soon, lest you starve.
I had a bag of supplies with me, but it appears to be missing.
I do not know. I am sure you could hunt or find something edible in the woods. You are welcome to stay here at the guild house.
Yes, I shall do that. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, this is already very Norse. Now, move the mouse to the top of the screen to see the menu. You can also right-click. Ah, the mouth. You can, the mouth, the talking icon. You can also right-click to cycle between commands. Yes. Ah, okay, cool. Excellent. I see. I love this very thematic, sort of frosty border up here. Let me text advances automatically. Ah, that's a good question. I kind of want control over that. We'll see if that's helpful or not. I'm going to turn music down just a hair. It's kind of easier to hear people. We will use the traditional starting out title. Okay. We have our stats. This is delightful. This is much more familiar, of course, for anyone who has played these games. The games these are referencing. So that is good. There are you stats. Wait a minute. Okay, that was a symbol of some kind. And we have walking, we have running. We do not have these two. I think one of them is sneaking. Rest for an hour, sleep for the night, equip a weapon, map of the area. You do not have a map yet. Don't worry, you'll acquire one early in the game. Cool, cool. What stuff do we have? We have 15 thingies in a money pouch. Weight gauge, how much we're carrying, I guess. Sword, shield, leather armor. Your equipment weighs 60 merkur. Your maximum load is 120 merkur. How many kilograms are in a merkur, I wonder? You have 15 silver coins. They're of negligible weight. Your trusty sword, heavy and sharp. It weighs 10 merkur. Your sturdy wooden shield should protect you from many of the hazards of heroing. It weighs 25 merkur. Standard issue leather armor for protection in combat. It weighs 25 merkur. Excellent. Okay. Let's use item on, and then we have these things. We shall now look around. The pelt of a slain animal lies on the floor. It appears to have been a rather large bear. It looks rather comfortable next to the fireplace. I note there is no narrator. The Adventurers Guild makes you feel right at home, from the quest board in the corner to the monster heads on the wall. It's everything your training as a heroine has prepared you for. It even has a place for you to sleep near the fireplace. The fireplace is essential in keeping this drafty room heated during the winter. In addition, it provides a convenient and cozy, they misspelled cozy, place for roasting food. Unless this is an alternate spelling of cozy in another country, perhaps. You wonder why anyone would store supplies outside his house, leaving them to freeze in the chilling wind. That's why these stand in the living room, of course.
You can store your items here.
Oh, okay.
Diaries of past heroes.
Cool. Look, it's Chuck the Plant! He does get around, doesn't he? Chuck the Plant's from Lucasfilm, I think. Isn't he? I have forgotten where Chuck the Plant comes from. I remember Chuck the Plant, but I have also forgotten Chuck the Plant. It's a conundrum. An empty board adorns the wall. Apparently someone has reserved this for the head of some unknown animal.
This comes from an evil wizard.
The moose.
Trolls are common in these lands.
An elegant painting hangs next to the quest board. It appears to depict a farmhouse in a wintry environment that's unfamiliar to you. Yeah. That is the quest board. Nice. Courier sought to deliver a letter. Please inquire at Sleipner's Tavern. The Thresher. There's a pronunciation guide also, by the way. They gave us they put a lot of work into this. But they are wanting to let's see. Well, Sleipner's not in here, so I'm just going to call him that. Lithris here. Okay. Righto. Ah! Apparently, reading the notice board gets you points. The Mystic, Orvandel? The Mystic Orvandel seeks mystic herbs. Mystic seeks mystic things of mystical power. How often can we use the word mystic? The Mystic Orvandel seeks mystic herbs of mystical power for use in ritual mysticism, and shall pay in true magic for this herb if a viable specimen of the mystic herb is found. So you're looking for... Maybe this game is more about drugs than I imagined. I, Jarl Ilfing, third of that name, promise a reward of 500 silver to the one who can end the Fimbulwinter that plagues our lands. Ah! Yeah, that is a problem. The assistance of a brave hero is requested to repel an invasion of dastardly goblins. Direct your inquiries to King Vortigern in the realm of Thalin. Ah. Do we actually hop to multiple realms, or is that just an Easter egg of some kind? I feel as though that might be an Easter egg of some kind, as these are not in the pronunciation guide, but one never knows, I suppose. All right. Then again, Sleipner isn't either, so... Sleipner. Anyway, let's look at more things. The humble chair is representative of Viking culture, made of rough material. It does its job uncomplainingly, rain or shine.
These are not real.
Thank you. A large trophy head is attached to the wall. Locked perpetually in an angry snarl, it appears to be a cross between a wolf and a dragon, if such a thing is possible.
It was slain by the last guildmaster.
Ah.
Lithrazir brought this here before the Holt became frozen.
What is it? Can't tell what it is. Okay. Cool, I think I've looked at everything. Now we should begin poking things. Very comforting to be an adventurer, to be in the Adventurers Guild Hall. However, as a young and frail-looking woman in a plain blue dress, she speaks in a hushed voice and only rarely smiles. You almost feel an aura of sadness around her. I guess there's a way out through here. If I'm looking at these bricks correctly. And a door here. Okay. Oh, right. I almost forgot.
Our logbook. You should sign it.
You should sign our logbook. Okay, alright. We get points for that, probably. You take out the quill and sign your name in the Adventurer's logbook. Yay! Like in every Adventurers Guild, a logbook lies ready on a table so that every visitor can sign in whenever he travels. An inkwell and quill stand nearby. The most recent signatures in the book, other than your own, are Arngrim, Ingeld, and Head. Head? Cool. Okay. Let's see. Now we're going to begin touching randomly touching things. Randomly poking things. The Adventurers Guild, The Adventurer's Guide, book by Arngrim Otterson. Oh, hey! There's stuff in here. Ages past. In the dawn of time, in the primordial void of Ginnungagap, the Aesir gods fought a lengthy war against the Jotun, or frost giants. Finally, Odin, lord of the Aesir, struck down mighty Ymir, father of all giants, and from his remains the gods carved Midgard, the realm of humankind, and they banished the surviving frost giants to the icy plains of Jotunheim. This is also in the manual. But the Jotun have sworn revenge, and wise King Odin knows that their banishment will not last. Prophecy states that they will one day be free and will wreak devastation upon Midgard and slaughter the Aesir. This fateful day is called the Twilight of the Gods, Ragnarok. Many lifetimes have passed. Now the forest of Jarnvidr has been struck by a winter harsher than anyone can remember. Trolls and wolves stalk the night, trade caravans disappear in the cold, and former neighbors turn against each other. The people ache for spring, but see no end to the frost and snowstorms. With fearful whispers, they wonder if the Jotun have at last returned, and if the end of the world is at hand. Cool. The Aesir are the Norse gods who defeated the frost giants at the dawn of time and carved the world of Midgard out of their leader. They are seldom seen by mortals and live in the realm of Asgard, which can only be reached by the Rainbow Bridge Bifrost. Aha! Odin! The one-eyed leader of the Aesir is the god of battle and sorcery who cut out his own eye for a drink of the Well of Wisdom at Mimisbrunner. The Valkyries travel the world in his name, seeking fallen warriors worthy of joining him and his wife Frigg in the feast halls of Valhalla. Okay, so... Ah, yes, there's that. Okay. So this is references to... I did put a violence warning on this, but... Yeah, there might be a little bit of that. Okay. Or none of it's been on screen yet. It's just mostly stuff we've been looking at. All right, mostly what's looking at. We've been talking about reading. There we go. Thor, the son of Odin. Thor is the hammer-wielding god of thunder and husband to the long-haired goddess Sif. He is known for his strength and feared for his ferocity, wielding the enchanted hammer Mjolnir in battle. Thor travels the sky in a flying chariot drawn by goats and is the foremost slayer of frost giants. Now this did come out after, after Marvel was getting going, the MCU was getting going. So there might have been a little bit of influence, but I see they're trying to keep it outside of certain things. But 2014, so it was before a number of things cemented themselves. In popular culture. but it was getting there. Loki! The trickster god is frost giant by heritage, Aesir by adoption, and blood brother to Odin. See, they're going with that version of the story. His capability for mischief knows no bounds, playing tricks on gods, giants, and Svartalfar alike. Loki is father to the goddess Hel and the primal wolf Fenrir, and because of a prank that ran out of hand, mother to Odin's eight-legged horse Sleipnir. Oh, hell. Hell. The solemn daughter of Loki reigns over Niflheim, the realm of the mists, where the spirits of the fallen go. Only those Vikings who die a brave death in battle will instead go to sit at Odin's side in Valhalla. I should probably... One of these days, I need to actually sit down and read the freaking Edda. Idun. She is the goddess of youth, who keeps the enchanted apples that the Aesir must eat to retain their immortality. Ah, yes. She was once kidnapped by the frost giant Thiassi, who sought the apples for himself, but Loki managed to free her and return her to Asgard. In other versions, this would be what, Freya? Unsure. Oh well. I'm thinking back to the ring cycle, and that was someone else. Anyway. The Norns. Urth, Erthandi, and Skuld are the mysterious guardians of the Web of Fate. Even the Aesir must answer to what they set in store for the future. Something else? There's a lot in here. Jarnvidr. In the heart of Midgard, realms of the humans, lies the forest known as Jarnvidr, or the Iron Woods. It is a prosperous region, but dangerous to the unarmed traveler. It is especially hazardous in winter when the Varg prowl the woods. Varg. And at night, when the trolls come out. Apparently, they turn to stone during the daytime, which is probably terribly inconvenient. Okay, Fornsigtuna, Munavagir, and Ganvik. Fornsigtuna. This large city is the capital of Jarnvidr and ruled by the Jarl Ylfing, and is said to be the place where Odin and the Aesir first set foot in Midgard. Well defended with strong walls and many guards, it is a safe haven for the adventurer looking for a place to rest. It lies in the northwest part of Jarnvidr, and is home to the Adventurers Guild, rumored to have been founded by Odin himself. Ah, okay. Where we are now. The coat of arms of Fornsigtuna is a crown surrounded by 3 stars. The coat of arms of the Ylfing family is a griffin, symbolizing the region of East Gothland, where the family comes from. Munavagir, a village and trading post in the south of Jarnvidr. Munavagir falls technically under the rule of Jarl Ylfing, but the villagers prefer their independence. Ganvik. A lake to the northeast of Jarnvidr, it contains It connects to the seas of Midgard and is used by Jarl Ylfing's ships for their trade and raids. During winter, the lake often freezes over and is traversable on foot. Something else. Aminals! Many creatures make their home in Jarnvidr. Jarnvidr. Alright. Oh, right. Do that. There we go. Let's see. in their home that may provide travelers with interesting encounters or a source of food or a hazard to be wary of. Boar, fox, gull, moose, raven, vark. Just gonna look at these real quick. Boar, a large wild pig that forages in the woods for roots and insects. It will defend itself with intense vigor. If surprised or cornered, boars can be a good meal to the seasoned hunter. Fox, a small furry creature which hunts smaller creatures for food. Foxes tend to take shelter in their dens. Ulon, a large and ferocious creature. It is part bear, part elk, and part lizard. It is known for its eating habits. It will gorge on its kill until it is swollen and unable to eat more, and then find 2 trees to squeeze between, pushing the meat further into its body. That's terribly inefficient, but there are animals that function that way, I think. Moose, a large species of deer. The moose spends most of its day foraging for plant matter for food. You should never use a toothbrush. This is a Monty Python joke. Apologies for anyone. And never use a toothbrush to carve your initials on a moose. Yeah, that's... If you watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, that will make sense. Raven. A large black bird which feeds on insects, grains, fruit, and carrion. The raven is the symbol of Odin, and ravens are his spies throughout Midgard, finding out secrets to tell the god of wisdom. Varg. A large wild wolf with a terrible howl. It scours the woods looking for prey to satisfy its hunger. Even a single Varg is strong enough to take down an unprepared traveler. Yes. Okay. Races, it says here. Many creatures make their home in Jarnvidr that may provide travelers with interesting encounters, a source of food, or a hazard to be wary of. If you find yourself in combat, it is best to wait for an opening between an enemy's attacks and strike then. If you attack while an enemy is attacking, you will likely get hurt and do less damage as a result. And we have a bunch of these. Hang on. This is all, again, in the manual. Draug. These undead warriors are found hunting Jarnvidr in the night, stealing life from any victims they come across. Duergar. The Svartalfar are a mysterious race of black elves with a strong affinity for magic. So these are dark elves, I presume. In particular, illusion. They are... you're going with literal translations, I see. They are renowned as master smiths and craftsmen, but are not known to interact with humans much. The Duergar are related or possibly identical to the Svartalfar. Svartalfar. How are they saying that? Svartalfar. Svartalfar. Okay. Anyway. Hagwi. My God. Hogwi. This incorporeal undead is a powerful spellcaster and highly dangerous. Where Draug are essentially mindless, the Hogwi has a malevolence and vengeful intelligence to seek out its victims. It raises from its grave shortly after nightfall and will keep doing so until its grave is found, its bones burned to ash, and the ashes scattered to the winds. Uldra? A seductive forest creature who appears as a stunningly beautiful naked woman from the front, but who is hollow like a tree trunk from behind. Dangerously mesmerizing, many a man has gone missing after falling under the Huldra spell. I hope we do not encounter one in this run of the game, or we may have a terms of service issue. So I shall do my damnedest to protect us in terms of service situations. We shall see. Jotun. The Jotun, or frost giants, are the ancient enemies of the Aesir. Most of them have been banished to the icy plains of Jotunheim, but those that remain in Midgard have sworn vengeance on the humans, who they feel have stolen their world. I mean, they have a legitimate beef. Svartalf. Same as the Dwargar description. Okay. Troll. Trolls are aggressive creatures who usually live in caves, their intelligence varying from dim-witted to dull as a brick. Trolls only wander through Yarnvidar at night, as they turn to stone in the daylight. Their leader, by virtue of being stronger than the rest, is a two-headed troll called Thrivaldi, which we saw at the beginning of this game. Warden spirits, which follow certain persons from their birth right through to their death. These can appear as positive energies for that person. Interesting. Okay. And that's everything, I think. Good lord. Adventurer's Guidebook. Same thing. Okay. Alright, that's the only book we can look at. I will talk to the moose. Why not try a holiday in Sweden this year? See the lovely lakes, the wonderful telephone system, and many interesting furry animals. Yes, this is more of that. You're not sure if you would want to talk to this if it was alive, but you're pretty sure you can't now that it's dead. Yeah, same response. I'm not interested in the CD conversation. I don't know what it is.
What is it?
I don't know.
Are you the guildmaster?
Another thing open up?
No, merely the caretaker. Is there something you need of the guild?
Ah, there we go.
Who put all these heads on the wall?
Adventurers like yourself, no doubt.
No.
I bid you farewell.
Stars guide your path.
Hey? Alright. Time of day is it? Do we know? Don't know if there is a way to know. Run, sneak, jump. Oh, jumping. We don't have jumping. Because we didn't take acrobatics. Just checking. Control T to view the time of day. F5 is still save game. We appreciate that. Alright. Afternoon on day 1. Okay, still afternoon. That's good. What was it I wanted to know? I don't know what I wanted to know. Alright, we're going to do some things. We're going to do some ill-advised things. I don't know where to... You appear inside the closet, but find nothing that would be of use to you. If you're looking for the door out of here, that would be in the bottom middle of the room. Okay. I just wanted to know what it was. Okay. We shall head out now and try to gather food and stuff. Who needs a letter delivered? We can inquire at the tavern for that. Herbs. Okay. Go here. The walking icon. We shall explore. You feel like you haven't eaten in several days. You'd best take care of that before you starve. Whoever suggested hunting for food, that sounds like a good idea. It is unfortunate that you lost your pack of supplies in the avalanche. If nobody took it, perhaps it is still where you left it. Oh! That's an idea. Note the icon in the top left corner will appear when you're hungry, freezing, or under some other condition. Click on it for information. If the condition affects your stamina, then the stamina bar will be displayed beside it. You will hurt yourself if you run out and can recover it by resting. Your first challenge in Heroine's quest is learning to survive in the harsh environment. However, you can disable cold and hunger by using the control panel to set difficulty to its minimum.
Hello. You must be the new traveler. My name is Jaime.
Ah, you're the kid of the caretaker, yes?
Mother and I took care of you when Father dragged you out of the snow. Are you better now? You were really cold when you came in.
I am well enough, thanks to your help.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff here.
What brave warrior are you?
I am Jaime Volenson, warrior in training in the service of Jarl Ilfung. I'm going to be a mighty dragon slayer. I am learning to fight really well. Got my own sword, too. Next year I go study tactics so I can be a big leader.
What is Fornsigtuna like?
It is the best city in the world. The strong walls here can stand against any troll. Well, you and I can climb over it, but trolls are too dumb for that. We are ruled by a good Jarl, and my father is his smith and supplier. Is that not great? What city could be better?
Can you tell me of your father?
My father is the best smith in Midgard. He works for Jarl Ilfung and makes weapons for his soldiers. He is real strong, too, and he teaches me to use the sword.
And what about your mother?
My mother takes care of the Venturers Guild. She does not talk a lot, but she is really strong, too.
Let's see.
How is your training going?
You are a venturer, are you not? My mother said you were venturing and staying at the Venturing Guild. I want to be a venturer when I am bigger. They get to travel anywhere, and everybody likes them because they have courage and honor. That means they do the right thing.
Yeah.
You must be nice to people and help them, even if you do not like them.
Some
You
of
don't
them do.
threaten folks just because you are stronger, and then you get to kill dragons.
I mean, but the dragons also deserve to be heard out, don't they? No.
Let us speak of the woodlands.
It is the forest around Fornsigtuna. It is full of wolves and trolls, so Mother says I must not go too far from the city wall. There's lots of trees, of course, but there may be another village somewhere. There could even be Jabberwocks in the woods.
They're right. They show up much later. Are the trolls dangerous? What is Jabberwock?
Are the trolls dangerous?
Trolls are big and strong, and they are very stupid.
That's very unkind of you.
I am not afraid of trolls, and when I grow up, I will go into the forest with my sword, and they shall call me Troll Slayer.
Okay.
Since you are a heroine, I'm sure you can slay trolls already. I hope you will make our forest safe again for all of us.
Well, we'll see.
So what is a Jabberwock?
I have not seen that creature, but Mother told me it has jaws that bite and claws that catch, and it has a bird that goes jub-jub.
I don't necessarily know that those two creatures work together. They might. Just
It
in the
is
same
so
environment.
famous, you know, that you must be very brilliant to catch it in the Boragos.
You know any of these words you're using, child? Might summon something.
Is that a wooden sword?
Yes, I have a real sword. I call it Blood Gang. My father has made a very magical sword and put it in a tree. I think it is for me when I am strong enough. But I need to train first.
Alright.
Can you tell me where to find food?
Most people go into the forest when they need food. There are animals you can kill and eat, like a boar. There are also roots and plants to eat, but I like good meat better.
Okay.
Good luck with your training.
Come back soon and tell me about your ventures.
As you have seen, dialogue options turn gray once you've spoken about them once. If a character tells you to ask again in another location, for example, inside his store, then the option remains white until you do so. This white? What color is this? Character reactions may depend on who else is in the room. For instance, asking about Voland may give a different result if Voland is present. In cases where this lets you miss important information, the dialogue option will remain white to remind you to ask again when an interrupting character is not in the room. Interesting. Okay. They auto-saved for us. I have no idea how many save slots we have. This window isn't clear enough to let you make out what's on the other side. Immediately at the city gates, an oddly shaped building has been haphazardly constructed as if by several disagreeing architects. It is quite resilient, albeit in an unorthodox way. Fittingly, it houses the local Adventurers Guild. In several languages, most of which are incomprehensible to you, the sign states that this is the guild house of Fornsigtuna's Adventurers Guild. Yay! The archway appears to be part of an older city wall back when the city was smaller. A merchant's cart stands beside the city gate. It is in disrepair and appears to not have been used since the winter started. I am wondering if anyone has rations. And is it possible to see your score anywhere? Is that in your character sheet? Yes, there's your score. Health, stamina. So we gotta go and we gotta go and possibly fight something in order to oh, endurance +1 for being outside in the snow. Is that? I love that there's snow. You see an energetic young boy dressed in a smaller version of a soldier's uniform, his face resembling a more outspoken version of Herber's. So this may take a while. The sign over the door shows an elegant drawing of Sleipnir, the 8-legged gray horse that Odin rides. I am wondering if we're supposed to head right out, because the more we sort of wander around, the later it'll get and the hungrier we will get. I mean, if I go immediately out of the city before exploring it, that's kind of the question, right? We're going to go ahead and do that because they're kind of pointing us that way, but we'll see if that leads to disaster. Before you step out of the city to hunt, it would be prudent to get a good hunting weapon. You could probably find one in Fornsigtuna. Okay. All right. I can't just hack at things with my sword? What are you saying? That's another way to go. Okay. You find yourself in a secluded corner of Fornsigtuna, away from the bustle of the Jarl's castle. A carefully swept road leads between two somber houses next to the city walls. The door has been seen better days, but it's still tough enough to keep wind and trespassers out. Let's see. A tall wooden hunting spear leans discarded against the crates. It appears to be crudely made, but serviceable. Judging by the snow on top, nobody has cared about this spear for some time. Oh, there we go. You take the old spear leaning against the crate. It looks weathered, but usable. Now you're ready to do some hunting. Okay. Some abandoned crates have been stacked up against the house. They most likely contained supplies before winter started. I keep thinking about just going around and looking at the city, but I worry that we have to, like, grab food quickly or something. This is... Can't we just buy rations? Nope, these are Vikings. Everybody hunts. Oh, hey, hang on. Do. There we go. Fixed that. Okay. Back to this. It's a hunting weapon, not too effective for direct combat. It weighs 5 merker. Okay. Yarnvidr.
It is good to see that you have made it to our city, which you are seeing now. The Jarl of the city will want to see you in the morning, inside the city. I will see you there.
Oh, okay. Shades of Erasmus. That was interesting. This heavy stone wall would easily keep an army out of Fornsigtuna. And you think that in the past, that's precisely what it was used for. Outside the city gate, the paved road quickly disappears under a thick layer of snow as the dark and foreboding forest spreads before you. Atop the city wall, a bright flag waves in the wind. Many trees shade your way as you journey through the land of Midgard. The tree struggles to distinguish itself from the myriad other trees in Yarnvidr, but has so far completely failed at that. Aw, poor tree. Okay. I know. So, I guess we'll try going this way. We're supposed to look for the pack, I think. We'll try going laterally. We'll try going a few eastward scouring lengths. You make your way through the cold and forbidding Yarnvidr. You spot something to the north and the west. I'm really not sure where we... Ah, here we go. You find yourself at the mountain pass leading into the valley of Yarnvidr. You don't think it's safe to go back this way until the snow clears. You believe you lost your backpack here, but there is no sign of it. It is likely that some creature took it with him. You've heard that trolls are notorious scavengers. Yes, it's a rock. Boring, isn't it? There's nothing important there. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so we can't get our backpack back, but it's good to know that it's not there. You see a forlorn Viking warrior hoping to get a meal or some gold from your corpse. All right. You're ready for combat. Here we go. Got him. Yay. It's dead, and upon closer investigation, it appears to be extremely dead. You briefly search the corpse for useful items, but find nothing of interest. Curses. How are we doing? We're at 1 stamina. You're so exhausted that it hurts to move. You'd best get some rest soon. Since you've run out of stamina points, further exertion will cost you hit points instead. Find a safe area and use the rest button to recover your stamina. Ugh! Rest for an hour. That's not going to go well. You sit down and rest for an hour or so, taking a short break from adventuring. Our stamina is not back yet. Oh, this is going really well. Gazing back, he is a sleek and muscular hunting dog. He bears the symbol of Jarl Ilfing around his neck and appears to be well trained. The dog looks at you with a friendly gaze but doesn't otherwise respond. Would you help me? I was touching the snow instead of the dog. You consider making a few good snowballs, but since you lack the skill to throw them with any accuracy, you decide against it. Oh no, just pet the dog. Garm is happy to let you pet him, but is too well trained to otherwise respond to you. Dog looks at you with a friendly gaze, but doesn't otherwise respond. Afternoon on day 1. Fornsigtuna. Oh, look at that. That's not good. Just turned blue there. Your soul rests in Niflheim. By freezing to death, you have proven you're the coolest heroine ever. Oh my god. Yeah, that's old school adventures for you. Let's try some of that again. Let's go back to the city gate. Just need to find some food. That's all. Oh, yeah. Hey. Remains of the boar you slew remain in the forest for the remainder of their existence. Your spear is broken and is no longer usable, and the boar's corpse isn't useful to you, except as a source of meat, of course. With a blade, you could easily carve out a good meal. I have a blade. Using your blade, you cut off several large slices of meat from the dead boar. You found food using your animal ken skill. Many tasks in the game require you to have a minimum level in certain of your heroine's skills. You can train skills simply by using them. For instance, to train climbing, find a tree to practice it on. Every time you climb has a chance of improving your skill. Click the face button on the command bar to see your current skill levels. On this sheet, skills are marked in green if they've improved since you last checked. Yay! Okay. I should probably put a warning on here about animal death. So instead of continuing to explore, we're going to go back to the city, I think. You have a slice of raw, smelly meat. You carry 3 of these together, they weigh 9 mercury. Does it automatically eat them, or do you have to, You're freezing. Your stamina bar will gradually decrease until you find a place to warm up again. Oh, okay. Well, let's get back inside. That's no joke. Fornsigtuna. Okay. Yeah, that bar is going down. Let me see if I can go into this tavern. You are hungry. If you do not find food within a few hours, you will collapse in starvation. This is the common room of the Sleipnir Inn. With plain but sturdy furniture and room for several dozen guests in here, you can easily imagine this being the location for a wild victory party. A plate with some slices of meat stands on the counter. It looks like it's a few days old, but it still looks tasty. It smells tempting, too. It's a few days old. That worries me. Examine the banner, but see nothing special. A large brazier stands in the corner of the room, ensuring that the inn is indeed the coolest place in the whole of Fornsigtuna. Oh, the coziest place. The coziest place. You see a beautiful young woman with a playful smile on her face who manages to make her simple robe look like the height of fashion. You'd imagine most men in Fornsigtuna would be interested in her. And perhaps other folks. You are fascinated by the appearance of the table. Such strong wood and such noble craftsmanship. Your thoughts surely aren't distorted by the smell of alcohol in this place. Then in the back wall are 2 huge barrels that would require several people to put into place. They smell of strong drink. The plain wooden door in the back wall leads to Lithransir's private chambers. Given the size of the inn's common room, there can't be room for much behind there. I don't find the barrel particularly interesting. Okay. As the main ingredient for a romantic torchlit room, a torch has been placed here to light the room. You examine the keg, but see nothing special. You examine the barrel, but see nothing special. Okay. Hey.
You must be the new traveler in town. Hervor has told me about you and your ordeal in the snow. It is good to see a new face and news from the rest of the world. And so I bid you welcome to the Sleipnir Tavern.
There's a lot here. Please tell me about yourself.
Please tell me about yourself.
My name is Lithransir. I run the Sleipnir Inn, meaning I keep the people in town here happy in the face of Ragnarok through judicious application of alcohol. Sleipnir is the 8-legged steed of Odin the Single-Eyed. Loki, forger of evil, had hired a mighty frost giant to construct a keep for him. But the Jotun would only be paid if the task was done within 3 seasons.
Yep, this is sounding familiar.
So, to ensure the Jotun's work would run late, Loki the Sly turned himself into a mare to distract the Jotun's horse from helping him.
Not good.
The plan worked, and the Jotun left without payment. But as a result, Loki the Giant's Thief gave birth to the horse Sleipnir.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the city?
Lots of things, if you want to hear them. Being a barkeep means you hear all the tales. Some people get very talkative in my inn, if they do not pass out from a drink too many.
I am worried again that the voices are not loud enough. That's strange. Anyway.
Tell me of Voland the Smith.
The local smith frequently comes to the Sleipnir Inn for a drink and some gambling. A good enough fellow, if a bit quiet for my taste. Hervor is really happy with him.
What do you know about Hervor?
My next question.
Hervor is my closest friend here in Fornsigtuna, and she runs the Adventurers Guild.
Ah, okay.
I promise you, the two of us would never gossip about you.
I promise.
Surely you have met Jaime.
Of course I have. He is the light of the town, with his enthusiasm and his wooden sword. I bet he would charge straight at a dragon, if we had any.
It's actually kind of neat because I guess you can, as you hear about more people or meet more people, you might come here and get an opinion on them.
What do you know of Munarvigir?
Oh, the people from Munavagir are nice enough. At least, one of them is.
What can you tell me of the forest?
I have traveled through the woods a few times, but am not an expert. I find the Holt near Munavagir very beautiful.
Okay.
Did you need a letter delivered?
Yes, I do. There are not many people traversing the forest in the Fimbulwinter, and some of us have gotten it into our heads that Munavagir is somehow our enemy. So, I would like you to find your way through all the evil snow, talk to the oh-so-scary humans in Munavagir, and give this letter to the resident healer. Lip is his name.
Okay. There's another city here that we have to go to, which is interesting.
I would like to buy some of your wares.
Perhaps?
You are welcome to them. What can I get for you?
Do you have rations for sale?
That's the question.
So sorry, but we do not have enough food left in Fornsigtuna to sell it.
Oh boy.
Perhaps you should go out and hunt?
I did. We're good, but I just, you know, was curious.
Can I buy some cooking herbs?
Normally, I would sell you a full meal. But as we are short on supplies, I can still offer you some tasty herbs to spice up your own cooking.
That's kind of what I was wondering, is if do I need to cook the boar meat? That's too much.
Can I buy
No.
What do cooking herbs do? I don't have. I don't have much. I don't know what needs to happen with that. Let's.
Please sell me a stamina potion.
I stock some stamina potions brewed by Lif, the kind healer in Munavagir. I am told they even give you the resilience to withstand poison. Would you like one?
The bargaining thing is going to be. Yeah, let's wait before we do that.
I would like to buy some mead.
You are aware that drinking mead will not make you warmer, yes? It will merely make you feel that way. But you will freeze just as quickly. Anyway, I have my family's recipe for mead, and am happy to sell you some.
Ah. The meat is cheaper. I don't know if we'll need it yet.
Please get me a drink.
I am preparing food now. Please come back later in the day.
Gotcha. Okay.
I wish you good health.
Be careful out there. Yonvadir is dangerous, and the winter is cold.
So, I'm going to go ahead and save here. Before I do this little experiment.
Please leave that be. It is for tonight's stew.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Never mind. Raw meat does not appeal to your taste, nor to your stomach. You should find a good cooking fire. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We do need to do that. I am wondering about the cooking herbs. Here are people entertaining a table with lively conversation, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, let me aim better.
Traveler. We may be in an endless winter with our food supplies running out, but I can still serve you a drink if you like.
What can you tell me?
Wrong. No.
I would like to...
You are
Can I buy some...
normally.
I don't know what cooking herbs do. They are not mentioned in the manual, as far as I can tell. So this is a question of...
My neighbors offer me more than that, so why should I let you pay so little?
I don't know. Oh, asking price is 39. This is going to take a while. Yeah. We'll come back to it.
I wish you good health.
Be careful out there. Yonvadir is dangerous, and the winter is cold.
We're not great at bargaining. Our stamina is slowly coming back. Afternoon on day one. I am curious what else is here. Ah, snow person. Near the center of Fornsigtuna, you find yourself on a street leading to the Jarl's castle. Sturdy houses built of heavy stone line both sides of the road. A cute snowman lightens up this otherwise drab and quiet corner of Fornsigtuna. As the sign over the door indicates, this is a provision merchant. As the sign on the door indicates, it has been closed for a while. They are going through a famine, it looks like. The cart sends out on the street. It probably contains supplies that have been unloaded, but now it's empty and collecting snow. Yeah, this is just mostly... Okay. Oh, wait. Doesn't respond. How cold. You wave at the snowman. It may just be a trick of the wind, but you think that one of its arms moves to wave back at you. Okay, good. I just wanted to see what happened. This is the Jarl Castle. The bright banner shows the crest of Fornsigtuna, a golden crown surrounded by 3 stars. 2 finely carved statues of wolves adorn the entryway to the castle, as the wolf is the family emblem of Jarl Ilfing. However, as you recall, their coat of arms shows a griffin to represent their region of origin. Older than Fornsigtuna itself, the Jarl's castle dominates this part of the city. Although only sparsely ornamented, it gives the impression of being both regal and impregnable. The heavy wooden gate bars entrance to the castle. It looks too heavy for a single man to open, and is balanced by elaborate counterweights to make this possible. Alright. You peer through the window but aren't able to make out much. Perhaps you should seek the door and find out for yourself. One of Jarl Ilfing's guards stands nearby, neatly dressed in a uniform bearing the crest of Fornsigtuna. I am going to save here.
How can I help you?
Please tell me about yourself.
I am a soldier of Fornsigtuna in the fields of Jarl Ilfing.
Yes.
What is Fornsigtuna like?
Fornsigtuna is the capital of this region and a powerful trade city between the forest and the vast seas.
You see, he has a horned helmet, which is, I'm told, terribly inaccurate.
The walls were put up by Odin Greybeard himself and stand strong against all the wolves and trolls in the region.
At least not those kinds of horns. It would probably, if they had if they put horns on their on any helmets, that would be like more sort of moose or antler, maybe just sort of antlers, right? Would be more the thing. For the region, who knows?
What can I find in Yarnvadir?
If it is tall tales you want, I suggest you visit the Sleipnir Inn around sunset.
Oh.
Please give me some food. I am starving.
We do not appreciate beggars in Fornsigtuna, especially not in winter. How can I help you?
You look a lot like the last guard I spoke to.
Are you saying all people from this country look alike to you? I find that rather insulting.
That is troubling.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I doubt we'll be able to go inside. But just in
You have
case.
no business here, stranger.
Okay, fine. Your freezing your stamina bar will gradually decrease until you find a place to warm up again. Yeah. I think straight down is probably to the, it's like the one square we have not been in yet. These parts of Fornsigtuna lie close to the Jarl's castle. The street leading southeast from this castle square is... the street leading southeast from the castle square to deeper in the city. This part of the street is dominated by the smithy. Just in case it wasn't obvious from the anvil outside and the frequent clanging noises, the sign shows you that this is a blacksmith's workshop. Snorri is a jovial man with the looks of a weathered sailor and a mischievous grin on his face. A big anvil stands outside so that the smith can work outside, where it is less hot. Of course, this winter is a bit too much. It's a bit too much less hot. I'm just interested in all of these things.
So you're the one the Jarl sent for. I would think that stopping the Fimbulwinter is a man's job.
So first of all, I do not appreciate that attitude. Second of all, don't think he was. I don't know that he sent for me. But if he did, then that's possible. Is that in the backstory? I'm not sure.
Tell me who you are.
I am dismayed to learn that my reputation does not precede me. The name is Snorri. I'm a loyal clansman to Ilfing, captain of the guard, and connoisseur extraordinaire of fine drinks. And since you seem to be the adventuring type, perhaps I even have a task for you. A quest, if you will.
Oh, great.
And what is that?
Ah, so nice of you to ask. You see, a gemstone that belonged to my father has gone missing. It is an heirloom of sorts, and I am greatly attached to it.
Is Snorri how you get into the Thieves Guild? Is that what's happening here?
I would highly appreciate it if you could recover it for me.
I shall see what I can do. What can you tell me about the city?
The shining star of Yarnvadir. Just look around you and admire its build and its history. Although it is getting short of food right now, you could surely use one of Thor Giant Slayer's magical goats that can be eaten each evening and grow back during the night.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Someone in particular you would know about?
Tell me of Voland the smith.
Voland Arkvidsson is a good man, and the weaponsmith for Fornsigtuna. He lives in the east part of town with his wife and son.
Yeah, like right around here, probably.
What do you know about Hervor?
There, Hervor runs the guild house and takes care of all the eager young would-be adventurers we get here. She is not from Fornsigtuna. Volan the blacksmith brought her here when they married. Do not be fooled by that frail figure of hers. I've seen her break a man's arm before.
Mm-hmm.
Surely you have met Jaime.
Little Jaime is the child of Voland and Hervor. He wants to be a mighty warrior someday.
Yes, yes.
Just like, well, me. I've given him a practice sword and he works out with it daily. I think he even wanders around at night looking for things to guard.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of Lithrasir?
Our beautiful Lithrasir takes good care of us in her tavern. Every man in town has his eyes on her. Well, except Voland, of course. But I've heard she has fallen in love with someone out of town.
Ah, yeah. Well, yes, no, we have to take him a letter.
Do not make trouble in her inn, for everyone there would gladly break your nose for her.
Let us speak of the woodlands.
If you wish to hear about Yarnvidir, you've come to the right person. As captain of the guard, I hear all the soldiers' tales.
Is that what you're doing? Okay, maybe this isn't the maybe he's not running the Thieves Guild.
Are the trolls dangerous?
Frankly, yes, to all but the most experienced warriors. Their most powerful blow is easy to dodge, because you can see it coming from a mile away. But whenever they block something, they tend to be quick to make a counterattack that you should be ready for. Since their wounds have a tendency to close while they're fighting, your best bet is a heavy weapon that makes big gashes, like a battle axe.
Oh. I'm not going to click on that one because I feel as though there's a
Let us speak later.
thing with that.
Stay here with us. Pretending to be a hero is just going to get you killed.
Hmm. And I actually worry about some of this. I worry about having asked the guard for.
Welcome to my smithy, traveler. 'Tis good to see you have recovered to fight once more. These are troubled times for Fornsigtuna, with trolls and worse on the loose, and a harsh winter that has lasted longer than it should.
There are a lot of conversations in this game. I am noting.
Tell me who you are.
I am Voland, son of Arkvith, blacksmith of Fornsigtuna, and proven warrior to the Jarl. I live in the northeast part of the city, with my wife Hervor and our son Jaime.
Who's like right here, right? Yeah, it's a good question. There's a, I guess, yeah, the townsfolk will do things at certain times, like move, like she came here. What is it? The thing I was worried about is just going around saying to people, please give me some food, because that might affect their opinion of you, possibly. I don't know if that actually changes things inside the game or not. But it's good to know.
What can you tell me about the city?
Fornsigtuna is the grandest city in this part of Midgard. It is the capital of Yarnvidir and the major trade destination on Lake Ganvik. There is a village southeast of here, which is under protection of our Jarl, even though the inhabitants do not wish to be.
What do you know about Hervor?
Beautiful Hervor and I are happily married, and we have our son Jaime growing up to be a fine warrior.
How is your son doing?
I am very proud of Jaime. He is already shaping up to become a powerful warrior. It will not be long before he wields a true blade instead of a wooden one.
He practices every day.
What do you think of Lithrasir?
The Lady Lithrasir runs the local tavern, Sleipnir's Inn. She's a good friend of my wife.
Let us speak about Snorri.
Snorri is my brother-in-arms. We have proudly fought many battles together. He speaks like a bard, but do not let that fool you. He is a proven warrior thrice over, and a match for my brother Agalaz with the bow.
I want to thank you for saving me.
Think nothing of it. I would not have anyone freeze to death in the Fimbulwinter.
Where in the forest did you find me?
The woods of Yonvadir surround us in all directions. I found you northeast of here, partly buried under an avalanche. You are lucky that your bright cloak stood out against the snow.
Yeah, also helped that, we didn't turn to stone.
There were tracks of a troll nearby, so if you are missing anything, it is likely the trolls have it. You'd best be careful when traveling. In the Fimbulwinter, there are fierce wolves and trolls about, and all of them hungry. Still, you look like someone who can take care of herself.
Not that one.
I would like to buy some of your wares.
I craft the finest weapons and armor in this land. What is it that you need?
A warhammer, this pick, chainmail, a dagger, throwing daggers, a battle axe looks impressive.
Battle axe looks impressive.
A powerful warrior needs a powerful weapon. And what could serve you better than a two-bladed axe?
We'll circle back around to that one.
Let us speak later.
May your blade always be keen.
A wave of heat washes over you as you step into Volan's smithy. The master craftsman has been working hard to keep Fornsigtuna supplied with much needed weaponry and tools throughout the harsh winter. Fireplace is essential in keeping this drafty room heated during the winter. In addition, it provides a convenient and cozy place for roasting food. Hint, hint.
The shield needs repairing, but it is not urgent since most of us fight without one.
Oh.
The shield...
Hermaðrinn is a young and frail-looking woman in a blue dress. This is the same description
These
as
are
before.
commissioned by the troops of Jarl Ilfing and are not for sale. This is my wife's work, a banner worthy of a blacksmith.
This lindworm is very old.
My armor saves lives, and only a true berserker would fight without protecting himself.
Alright.
My armor saved...
Volan combines the powerful build of a blacksmith with the alert eyes of a warrior. He radiates a strong loyalty to both his Jarl and his family. A workbench stands to the side for the more detailed work that doesn't require an anvil. On top lie a small hammer and an ice pick. An ice pick.
My armor saves lives, and only a true berserker...
We might need one of those at some point.
These are commissioned by the troops of Jarl Ilfing and are not for sale.
Alright. Keep the forge heated, a large bin of coal stands to the side. It doesn't look like it would run out anytime soon. A large amount of coal stands ready at hand, ensuring that the forge won't grow cold even in winter. If this region is as dangerous as you've heard, they're going to need it. Hey. You examine the lindworm head, but see nothing special. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and wait.
What is it?
I bid you farewell.
Stars guide your path.
He was leaving for whatever reason. Let's cook this meat.
Take that someplace else.
Okay, let's not cook that meat here. Ah! One of Jarl Ilfing's guards stands nearby, neatly dressed in a uniform bearing the crest of Fornsigtuna. Oh, hey! Hi, Prax. Greetings. You're catching me kind of at the tail end of this. I'm probably gonna only go for a little bit longer. But this is Heroine's Quest, which is an adventure game in the style of the Quest for Glory games. I played. I was playing Quest for Infamy a little bit ago, and that one I didn't quite vibe with that one quite so well, but this one I'm enjoying quite a lot so far. This is set in a sort of a a Viking-ish fantasy, Viking fantasy type region. There is the dog. Gazing back at you as a sleek and muscular hunting dog, he bears the symbol of Jarl Ilfing around his neck and appears to be well trained. Hello? The dog looks at you with a friendly gaze, but otherwise doesn't respond. There's nothing important there. Are we allowed to pet the dog? Garm is happy to let you pet him, but is too well trained to otherwise respond to you. I suppose we could offer him some of this meat. I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah. Too late.
How can I help you?
You're the same guard.
Thank you for your time.
You're the same guard.
You're welcome.
Says you can pet the dog. Yes. Yes, that is very important in any game, really. Endurance +1. We need to get out of the snow. I was happy to let you pet him, but is too well trained to otherwise respond to you. Let me see if would you like some meat? It takes the food from your hand and hungrily eats it up. Okay, I don't know if that helped at all. Feeding the dog. But you never know. That is the letter we're supposed to deliver. Lithrasir's letter to Lif in Munarvargr. It's of negligible weight. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the guild and the guild hall and see if we can cook using that fire before we starve to death. There's no one here to stop us. Okay. You cook your meat on the fire until it looks edible. Evening! Ah, thank goodness. Alright. No, that's the wrong thing. Here we are. The meat will feed the elite. Will feed the elite a treat. You carry 2 of these, together they weigh 6 merker. I feel as though there are cooking herbs also. I don't know if they do anything. But I would like to find out at some point. But we're going to use the meat. Nom nom nom. It tasted good. You no longer feel like you're starving. Yes, I got an achievement. Find your first food. Which was the first quest. Still feeling a bit weak from your ordeal in the snow, you feel it would be good to explore the city some more, then have a good night of sleep in the Adventurers Guild house. Right. Yes, that's the that's where we are with that. So let's go ahead and do that. I will, since we already did a bit of exploration, I think we can just pretty much go to the tavern now that it's evening and see if there's stuff happening, and I think we'll end with that tonight. Darkness! Endurance plus. I just thought you get endurance just by, being in the snow. What? No, I'm just saying hi. But apparently none of these are highlighted, so we don't have anything here to.
I bid you farewell.
Stars guide your path.
Just keep showing up and saying goodbye. Owl! Owl! I can't do anything with the owl. It's locked me into opening that door. I must look at the owl. It's gone! Treachery. How dare they? Ah, well. Okay, who's here? That's the table. Voland combines the powerful... Okay, that's Voland and that's Snorri, who we met both of these folks earlier. They apparently are playing dice. Which I'm sure is absolutely fine. You try to get Snorri's attention by waving at him until you decide that simply speaking up would be more effective. Okay, fine.
You're the one the Jarl sent for. I would think that stopping the Fimbulwinter is a man's job.
Once again! We do not appreciate this. Show me this game of yours.
Show me this game of yours.
You think you can beat us? Feel free to try it.
We could use another player.
Oh no!
The game is called Odin's Dice. We take turns betting, and whoever has the best roll wins that round. It is a game of skill, you see.
Oh joy.
On your turn, you may choose. First, you can simply bet one coin, and your turn ends. Or second, you may re-roll one or more dice, for which you pay 2 coins.
Okay, you can bet one coin and your turn ends. Or re-roll one or more dice for 2 coins. I see, so you... Just to stay in the game, you have to... Oh, good God. Okay. But, you know, what constitutes better...
Finally, you may put in 2 coins to reveal your roll and end the round. Simple enough, is it not?
I don't know what anything means.
The raven means Odin the Mimir's friend.
Okay.
3 ravens is the best roll. The hammer stands for Thor, the Earth Warder. So 3 hammers is the second best.
Okay.
These runes here represent Asgard. 3 runes is the 3rd best roll, followed by 1 each of Raven, Hammer, and Rune. 1 of each, we call it Midgard.
Okay, I gotcha.
Then, you could roll 2 ravens, 2 hammers, or 2 runes, or merely 1 raven, hammer, or rune. The blank sides of die are useless. You do not want those.
I see.
Shall we try? Your coin against ours.
Yeah, okay. I have a little bit of money that I will happily gamble away. I have one. Fudge, bet, all, roll. I need a better hand than that.
Did you select which dice you want to roll again? You should think of that first.
Okay, I want to roll these 2 again.
Show me what you have.
Go.
This is a tie, so we split the pot.
Oh, okay. Well, I have more than I started with. That's good. Time to leave. That how should we do another round? We can do another round. This is how they get you. Oh, I left. Okay. I was going to save Scum. I can still do that.
It is good to see you walking around again. Not many people can survive an avalanche like the one I found you in.
Let us speak later.
May your blade always be keen.
So you're the one...
Show me...
You think
we could use...
Okay. Okay, we have... Oh, hey! Hey, Sphinx! Hey, how's it going? I'm actually kind of at the tail end of this. I'm just sort of... I'm probably going to stop shortly, but I'm just checking it out. I'm gonna roll that one. No! Just trying to go for 3 runes. not going well. Ah, there we go. Dang it!
So we split the pot.
Oh, that depends. Okay, no, I'm still ahead of where I was. Okay, one more round. Oh, hey, one of each. I'm actually going to stop it here. As I was told, one of each is good.
The luck is holding. Your dice show Midgard, which means you win.
Yay. Cool. Well, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. And I think we are going to end it there. I think I understood the instructions a little too well. Very good. Okay, cool. I like this game. We should look into it more in the future. All right. Hey, folks, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. This has been Heroine's Quest. I'm vibing with this game a lot better than I was with Quest for Infamy. So I definitely want to come back to it and keep going. But it's getting a little later, and I need to stop and do evening things and what have you. I need to actually go to bed at a halfway decent hour tonight. Alas, because this Friday is one of the. Every other Friday I have several things to do during the day, so I must be certain that I get up on time. So I will be doing that. So what's happening? So more of this will be happening, interspersed with between this and Frostpunk. So all ice-themed games right now on the channel. Sleep is good. I've had it. Trust me. I've heard it's great. I'm looking forward to it one day. But let me see. So this is Thursday. Tomorrow evening, if our luck holds, we will have the finale of our tabletop game of Trail of Cthulhu, using the Bookhounds of London framework. So we will finally, hopefully, get that happening. Pope has been running that for us, and we are in a terrifying place, and on a different plane from Earth, in a labyrinth. I'm sure everything will be fine. So very much looking to see how all of that ends. And that's actually all I've got really planned at this point. Lucci was not available today, so we couldn't do our Abject Adventure Gamery, our text adventure gaming, so that'll be hopefully in 2 weeks. In the meantime, I'll be still playing this and Frostpunk, and we'll see what happens. Stuff will happen. And I have plans are being made for things in the near future. So there'll be more stuff happening on the channel, just coming soon. Also, we are getting very close to the release of 1 Year Hence. I have the proofs in. So now I just have to just basically check over the digital version one more time, as that seems to be in a good place, but I just have to make sure that everything's working right. And then I will be able to announce a release date, which is terrifying and delightful. I will have to figure out how to market stuff. That is something that is new to me in this particular way. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. So more on that soon. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.